And here is the Vegan's Almanac for today, the 30th of July. July 30th is National Whistleblower Day. The vegan organization Gen V has compiled a list of whistleblowers who have been exposing the truth of animal farming. Thanks to their bravery, the public can now be convinced that what the animal rights movement has been saying about the secretive animal agriculture industry is all true. Some of the whistleblowers highlighted are workers who felt they had to speak up about what they saw. For example, North Carolina chicken farmer Craig Watts became so disillusioned with the industrial farming process that he invited a nonprofit to come and see the poor conditions for birds on his farm. More than 10 years later, Watts is still being punished for speaking out and being sued by Purdue, the chicken corporation he exposed. Others are people working in the industry who radically changed, left, and became animal protectionists. For example, Dr. Alice Brow worked in the industry as a pig vet, but after some time witnessing the horrors of how pigs are treated, she became a vegan animal rights activist. She no longer works on pig farms and gives many talks describing what she witnessed while dealing with them. She said in an interview with Vegan FTA, "I ended up in the pig industry, and I did 2 years in it before I went vegan. I don't think I was quite prepared for what I would find on British pig farms. I had hundreds of farms under my care, and it was just becoming more and more apparent that there was nothing good happening. I had all different types of farms, organic, small family farms that had farm shops attached, right up to massive industrial factory farms. It didn't seem to matter which type of farm they were in or which assurance scheme they were under. There was always some horrendous suffering to be found." Other whistleblowers featured in the Gen V article titled, "What Do Whistleblowers Say About Factory Farming?" are Tom Herrick, chicken farm worker, Dr. Lynn Simpson, live export veterinarian, Dr. Dean Wyatt, slaughterhouse veterinarian, and several other anonymous witnesses from the horrors of animal farming. It's the birthday of Finneas Baird O'Connell, born on this day in 1997. Finneas is an American singer-songwriter, record producer, and actor. The recipient of numerous accolades, he has written and produced music for various artists, most notably for his younger sister, Billie Eilish, and is credited on all of her projects. For their song, "What Was I Made For?", Billie and Finneas won the Grammy Award for Song of the Year, along with the Academy Award for Best Original Song and the Golden Globe for Best Original Song. They became the youngest two-time Academy Awards winners ever. Finneas O'Connell took to Instagram to tell his 2.5 million followers that being vegan is, quote, "honestly so criminally easy right now. You have no excuse not to be." The publication of The End of Captivity, a Primate's Reflections on Zoos, Conservation, and Christian Ethics by Tripp was on this day in 2015. In The End of Captivity, Tripp addresses how we talk about the good of other animals in light of a stark impossibility, their freedom from us. While all of us in the animal and plant kingdom are interdependent upon one another, humans are unique in that we are the only animals who keep other animals captive. We keep animals in zoos, sanctuaries, circuses, conservatories, aquariums, research facilities, slaughterhouses, and on our farms and in our homes. York asks what such forms of captivity say about us, and how animal captivity shapes what we imagine to be the purpose of other animals. What does the fact that elephants, tigers, and horses perform in circuses say about how we see the world? What does the reality of zoological parks say about the people who create, support, decry, protest, and patronize them? How important is wildlife conservation for the good of the earth? What does who we put on our plate say about how we understand the theological role of other animals? These are just a few questions York tackles as he weaves through the convoluted politics surrounding the captive animals in our midst. And here's the second part of Victor Hugo's poem, truth. O truth, with deep devotion I've plunged into the depths profound and sought thee in the ocean where'er the plummets sound. Though fogs and mists may bind thee, and shoals and sandbanks mock, we're sure at last to find thee, as firm as hard as rock, a hill from which all floweth, a path which all have trod, a gulf to which all goeth, the handiwork of God. A star we're still blaspheming, although on nearer view, after wild doubts and dreaming, we'll know its ray was true. Truth by Victor Hugo. This has been the Vegan's Almanac with the reminder that the truth is animals deserve kindness.